Hey everyone, it's your buddy Crypto Profit back with another video, and today we're going to be taking a quick look into VRA or Verasity. So if you guys don't know what Verasity is, you will be learning today, as it is definitely a potential low cap gem. If we take a look at the previous video, we had about 0.0409 actually. We made this video April 1st. So a lot of people were able to lock in on some pretty decent profits. If we take a look actually at the most recent prices, we see that's at 0.0436. However, we did go right past that 0.0541 April 11th, about 12 a.m. So you are seeing potential gains right there for sure. In the last week alone, we do see a 22.35% increase. We are still seeing Verasity do very big things in the price charts. And when me and kind of go over this analysis, I do want you guys to realize, Verasity is going to have some dips. Obviously, in the last month, we do see a massive increase into a kind of bumpy stabilization, into another increase, into another bumpy stabilization or correction. Now we're starting to see more movement again. I think we could continue to see Verasity make this movement all the way into a pattern that actually increases above our 0.0541 previous all-time high. Right now we are seeing a very low market cap at that 159.6 million. If we take a look at the last 24 hours, we do see the volume being only 44.3 million and circulating supply being 3.7 billion VRA. So Verasity is definitely one of those coins that could continue to increase with time. If we take a look at the Verasity website, verasity.io, if you want to do your own research, which I always highly suggest because I am not a financial advisor, I will never do financial advice for you. So Verasity is a protocol and product layer platform for esports and video entertainment. So right now, like we see here, it is up in the market. Very, very good potential behind what Verasity does as well. So we're going to talk a little bit more about VRA and really what it tries to accomplish. So VRA rewards product layer is integrated in the following video players, including things like YouTube, Twitch, Vimeo, JW Player, and more. So obviously it hits the big ones, and that's going to be the biggest part of it. Will Veracity's proof of view revolutionize the NFT marketplace? That is the most recent article on Veracity's website. It's going to be a big one too. It talks more about NFTs are all the rage in cryptocurrency circles, with more enthusiasts jumping on the bandwagon. The buzz around non-fungible tokens is matched by the rapid advancements in technology that are making the concept more sustainable. So obviously, this is very big news for Verasity as we continue to really, jump into what Verasity does. So buyers buy VRA. So game and developers, influencers, publishers or sponsors can buy VRA with credit cards, exchanges to fund their tournaments or campaigns. Then we go to Verasity earns a percentage from tournaments, campaigns, and ads. Then it earns VRA. Influencers, game players, and viewers can earn VRA gaming or watching content ads. Then we have user benefits. So game developers, influencers, publishers, and sponsors get revenue from percentage of tournaments and campaign ads. So use VRA. You can use it by subscribing or jumping into entry fees with VRA. You can actually join games, tournaments, apps, and stake and earn off ramp or exchanges. So then you have this cycle repeats, and obviously the revenue earned by game developers, influencers, publishers, and sponsors, and fund additional tournaments and campaigns. So it's a very good cycle. It makes perfect sense. Obviously, VRA jumping from user to user and always having a very, very high use. So they do talk about how it works here. If you want to read more about that, obviously go to verasity.io. We take a look into the VRA staking program. So the VRA staking program is in place to reward VRA holders to commit their tokens for a set period of time and reward in return. Obviously, a very high reward percentage right now at 25.5%. So if you guys want to stake on VRA, it's a very easy program to follow. As we jump through the roadmap itself, we talk about the Verasity roadmap quite a bit in these videos because I love them so much. But today I will be doing a brief overview. So if you want to look more into the Verasity roadmap, I suggest going to the website or taking a look at a previous Verasity video I've made. But like I said, guys, in the previous videos, we've been over so many different things, and we're doing such a good job covering these, the team themselves. And you know what? We are only having one more task for Q1 2021, and that is monthly community tournaments with newly signed partners. I think that's going to be coming soon, and I'm very, very, I guess I'm very, very positive it's coming soon because of some of the new, recent, and most most unusual announcements we've been hearing from some of these, sources. So I've been hearing that they've been talking to a couple different people. I do think that the partners are coming soon. And when the partners come, obviously we're going to see a rocket in price. I'm not going to go into details on that, but I will say, guys, I see that there is, newly signed partners coming, obviously, with monthly community tournaments. I think we're close on that. I think we're getting closer as the days go on. When that comes, we're going to see a pop in the price altogether. Obviously, that is supposed to be done in Q1, so it should be done any week now, or any day, really. But, going into Q2, I want to talk more about these, because these are going to be big for Verasity. They talk about the product as well as the project. So there's a lot of big game, in-game advertising with gaming partnerships coming, as well as a white label solution for EFC tournaments, custom white label areas for brands and partner pages for tournaments. So there's so much information there, but I want to say the biggest thing that's going to make Verasity move is going to be these partnerships and investors. So we're going to see more and more partnerships jumping on with Verasity, the more interest it gains. And we're seeing a lot more interest in Verasity as we go on. We see, the market cap continuing to increase, the volume in the last 24 hours continuing to increase. A lot of people jumping in on Verasity because they believe in the potential behind it. And because of that, we're going to see a lot more, partnerships and interest from larger companies, which is going to make Verasity have a very, very high chance of succeeding. I definitely think this will pump the short term on Verasity as well. If you guys have been watching the VRA, it's ready to explode. We've had two very high increases going into small stabilizations and small decreases that have been waiting for a very exploding point. Like we saw with Chainlink, we saw it explode, obviously. We saw Filecoin explode. This is the same kind of concept. Besides, we're throwing in, partnerships. If we could get a few partnerships, like we saw at Chili's today, Chili's got a partnership and instantly they rose. I think partnerships are coming for Verasity. If you take a look at their roadmap, like I said, and basically based on what I've heard, monthly community tournaments with newly signed partners, as well as in Q2, they have more more in-game advertising with gaming partnerships. So we'll see a lot of partnerships coming. And because of that, I think Verasity could easily reach 6 to 7 cents by the end of April or May at the very least. And I'm going to go into exact price predictions here for April, May in 2021. But before I do so, I do want to say, guys, I am not a financial advisor, so make sure to do your own research on these coins before investing. I also want to say, if you guys want to talk with crypto like-minded people, jump in the Discord, linked in below, in the description below. And then also, you can follow me on Twitter, also linked in the description below. I like to retweet these kind of news and articles as soon as they come out, so you guys can get that most recent up-to-date information as well on my channel and my Twitter. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let's jump into those price predictions. So April, I see Verasity definitely being a coin that has a huge potential, and because of that, I see it around 6 to 7 cents. I think 7 cents being an all-time high, 6 cents being that good stable spot that it will rest right around. I think 6 to 6.5 is definitely going to be a good stabilization spot. I think going into May is going to continue to increase just a little bit slower. I think we get right around 10 cents as an all-time high. About 8 to 9 cents as a stable spot. Going into 2021, this is where we need this time. I think, with Verasity really proving themselves, jumping into all these new partnerships, by the end of 2021, we could easily see Verasity making its way to 50 to 60 cents. And I think that's going to be very, very possible, which is much higher than a 10x alone. So I think 60 cents being that all-time high, 50 cents being a good stable spot, 50 to 55. And I think that's going to be really reasonable. And I always try to keep very realistic price predictions. So if you're watching these videos, make sure to understand I'm trying to keep conservative, realistic, and reasonable price predictions. I'm not going to be saying 100x on every video like some content creators do that. Nothing against them, but I'm just not that kind of guy. I'm going to try to give it to you guys as honestly as possible. And because of all these partnerships, because of all the projects and updates they're working on in the roadmap, they're being very, very, very honest with us as well. So I think VRA is going to continue in the right direction. It's just going to take a few partnerships, a few big ones, and a lot more companies will jump in as well. So I think when it starts moving fast, it's going to continue moving fast. I just think it's going to happen either late May or at the end of June. I think between late May and end of June, we're going to see a very, very large increase in Verasity alone, and that's going to set us up for that 50 to 60 cent prediction by the end of the year. So we'll continue to keep an eye on Verasity. Thank you guys all for tuning in for today's video. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and thumbs up if you haven't on the video. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys all in the next one.